Good morning, beautiful. How's everybody doing today? This is the day the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. That gets challenged a lot, doesn't it? I want to talk today about living blessed instead of stressed, because every day we have an opportunity to be stressed. Traffic is stressful. Life is stressful. Circumstances can be extremely stressful. And I've been challenged in that since I got home from my trip from Texas. It's like you come home and, as a mom, you go away on a trip and a lot of times you come home, it's like to a disaster. It's like, okay, I can handle the 50 loads of laundry and the dishes piled up and whatever. But it was like one thing after another. The first night I'm sleeping in my bed, which I was so glad to get back to my own bed. Me and mom were squeezing in a twin bed, and I could have slept on the couch. But anyways, I just was like all kinked up and all that. So I was excited to come back to my bed, and I'm sleeping, and I feel something on my arm. And so I grab my phone to look, and there's a stinking flea on my arm. And I'm like, no way. Shut the front door. I'm about to freak out, right? So I just grab it, flick it, put it in the toilet, go back to sleep, handle it the next day and I said no way because I thought I handled it. Isn't it great when you think you've handled something and it's not handled? So I had given him a bath, bought the $1 million Frontline Plus, which must be sugar water, hello, because there was more fleas than I came home then afterwards. All right, so we had the flea fiasco, handle that. Now try it, the $1 million Advantix, see if that's sugar water or not. Anyway, so I had the flea thing, deal with that, and then I got really bad news about a loved one, the kind of stuff that makes your hair stand up on the back of your head. And you just go, okay, all right, well, Lord, I've casted this burden on you. So a lot of times what we used to do, we cast our burden on the Lord, and he's faithful, and it says that he will not suffer the righteous to be moved. And so what we do is we cast the burden on him, but then we're like, in fishing, we reel it right back. You know what I'm talking about because we've all done it. And I'm like, no, I'm leaving this care with you. So then that happened. And then, oh, you'll love this. I tease that my family is all allergic to gas stations. For whatever reason, I'm like the only one that puts gas in our car. So I come home. Yes, I run out of gas. Like this is like happening one after the other. It's a freezing day in Atlanta. I'm on the side of the road, and a guy stops to help me, and I'm thinking, awesome, he's gonna help me. And he rolls his window down, and he says, oh, well, you're not, gas station's right over there. And he's like, you got this. He goes, I could push you, put it in neutral and push you right to the pump. But he goes, I believe in you. You got this. And I'm like, don't go. So you deal with it. Okay, so finally get the can, you go to the gas station, and debit card gets declined. You're going, no. It's just like that point. I just start laughing. Because it was just so absurd and so ridiculous. So, I could keep going. It was one of those days where it was just one after the other after the other. Now, again, we have opportunities to be distressed, depressed, stress, and its perspective. Remember, the sky is always blue, so we can soar above the storm, and there's only one way. And when you're a carrier of his presence and his love, it sustains you. He sustains you, and his love is bigger. So I want you to get a picture of a daisy. And the picture of the little kid, and he grabs the petals, and it's like, he loves me? He loves me not. He loves me? He loves me not. Now, I want you to picture in the middle of the most stressful day, grabbing that daisy and taking the petal off and going, he loves me. 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 He's got you. He's got whatever situation you're in. And you see my hat? It says joy. Joy is supernatural. It's supernatural. And the more I've been talking about, when our focus isn't us, our focus is him and others, your joy is full. and loving is amazing. So it's a very small poem, Joy, but it's one of my favorites. It packs a huge punch because when this is your reality, you're going to live blessed and not stressed. So, Joy, He is my portion. He is my portion. No sorrow can dim the light of the love found only in Him. I love you. He loves you. You're amazing. Go love somebody well and change the world. Shalom.